Hey everybody, Jordy here with my channel, Ritual Cure. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I've been watching YouTube artists like Leilani Joy, Peter Draws, Bobby Chu, Casey Golden, the literal goddess Emily Artful, and others for several years now, and I've been wanting to produce my own creative content, but I wasn't sure what to make. And it occurred to me that it could be really fun to start a sketchbook and record myself doing different prompts and challenges and trying out different techniques as I hopefully fill the sketchbook page after page. And with that in mind, I thought I would start this series. So in the background, while I'm talking about getting started with the sketchbook, you'll see that I have decided to get my sketchbook started by painting over the cover. I didn't love the original yellow cover of this mixed media sketchbook I got from Michaels. Just didn't spark joy for me, so I thought I would slather a whole bunch of acrylic paint on it and then draw over the acrylic paint, and that's what I'm doing in this video. So I wanted to use this video to talk about hopes and fears of getting started with a new sketchbook and maybe go over some ideas for future video entries. So I would say my fears of sketchbooks are mostly related to fears of failure and fears of making quote unquote bad art or ugly art or stupid art or whatever negative adjective you want to use there. But the thing is, a sketchbook is not a place to make professional art that's going to go into galleries or commissions or what have you. It's a place to challenge yourself and a place to learn new things and try new techniques and hone your craft. And even though I know that some of the stuff I make in a sketchbook is not going to match my ridiculous obsessive compulsive standards, I think that any time spent drawing is ultimately time honing your skills and honing your abilities. And I don't know, I think that there's a lot of potential with this sketchbook project. What I'm really hoping to do is find lots of interesting prompts and challenges, and hopefully other artists out there that are either watching this video now or watching in the future will be inspired to try some of these prompts and challenges with me. And today, I think, talking about getting started with a sketchbook, the first thing I did, as I mentioned, was personalize it. And I'll bet you there's lots of different things you can do to personalize your sketchbook. For me, it seems simplest to just paint over it, which is what I'm doing throughout the entirety of this video. But also you could cover the cover with stickers or different kinds of washi tape. You don't have to use paint to cover it. You could probably just draw over it with gel pens or markers and forego the paint entirely. And some of you might like the way your sketchbooks looks as is, and maybe you just want to add your name or a small icon. But in my case, I think I wanted something that was going to inspire me every time I looked at it. And I think that's how a sketchbook should make you feel, ideally, most of the time, is inspired. So now that the sketchbook cover has been completely redone, I do feel that inspiration when I look at it, and I do get like a little thrill of excitement, which I was not getting before I decided to personalize it and make it unique. So to just quickly go over what I did, I used a paintbrush to apply acrylic in layers, and then later used an old Starbucks gift card to sort of scrape the paint the way you would with a palette knife. After letting the paint dry, I went over it in heavy white acrylic paints to make the design you see with the triangle and circle. And then after that dried, I drew on the white paint with gel pens, Sharpies, fine liners, just some different pens that were going to stand out against the white ink. So anyway, as this video wraps up, I am hoping that if you find this video, you're inspired to start a sketchbook of your own, or maybe return to a sketchbook that you hadn't finished yet and keep working in it. Please share with me your progress, and in the comments below, if you want, you should tell me about some of your own fears that come up when starting not just a new sketchbook, but maybe a new project. I mentioned my fear of making like ugly art or bad art. I would also say I have a fear of wasting time. And what I mean by that is I have this stupid belief that if I'm creating something, if I'm putting marks on paper or canvas, it has to be because I'm making an official artwork. It can't be just to practice something or just to draw something that's never going to be seen by other eyes than mine. It has to be, no, this has a definitive plan. But that's silly to limit yourself to only create under pressure in that way. And part of the sketchbook project, part of its purpose is to help me get out of that mindset. So yeah, anyway, this is about over here. So please share your thoughts and fears and hopes about new sketchbooks and new projects down below. Feel free to follow my social media. I have an Instagram account at ritual_cure_art. And you can also message me here on YouTube. So anyway, this about wraps up this video. Can't wait to see you again in the next one. Bye.